Hi guys. Okay, so this week was on gamification and basically using games in the classroom. Um, I like using games in the classroom. I think it's a good way to help the kids, like, especially before a test, review what they've learned, or like at the end of the year, review what they've learned and show them just kind of like how far they've come. But I really think, like, for test purposes, it's really good. I remember in high school, we used to do in science class, always in science class, um, we would do the Jeopardy one. Um, and so that was fun for us. Or we'd um, do like relay races or just anything like that. It was for fun, but it really, I think it did help uh, at least the student answering the question, like, remember it. I don't know about the rest of the class, but I think it really, the student who was doing it, it really helped them um, at the time. Now, as working as a para, they use it even in kindergarten. They have like word bingo that they use, and it on like Promethean smart boards, or they even use it on regular like bingo cards, or they use shape bingo, or kind of just kind of a whole bunch of like different games to help the kids learn, and it makes it more fun to learn, which helps the learning actually happen. It's not enough to just go through the same steps all the time. It gets boring if you don't change it up and do something fun with it. And there are a lot of games out there. It's been proven that it helps kids learn. I mean, there are a lot of games out there in general that help kids learn how to count and how to think logically. Uh, there's just so much out there, but there's starting to be more out there on apps. There's so many learning apps that help kids kind of review, and you can take the thing like Jeopardy or even just regular like PowerPoint and just kind of convert it into your own, um, or Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, just whatever. So it's really kind of sorry, kind of nice and kind of easy, and I don't know. I think it just makes learning fun, and I would use it in my classroom. I plan on using it um, in my classroom to help kids learn uh, what we've been talking about, to help and do it in a fun way. It's not enough just for us to just keep on going over it and over it and over it. This will also help me like see what have they learned, like, for sure. So that it's a it's a good way to review, especially before a test. It's a good way just to see what kids have learned, what's working for them, what's not working for them, kind of thing. Um, I used the Jeopardy Labs one, and I was actually really surprised about how easy it was. Like, they made this super easy to use in a classroom. I was really impressed. I loved it. Um, it was just, and you don't even have to like use everything, and I just how it would like all worked and everything. It was just they made it so simple. Um, and you could type in your own answer, you could type in your own question. It was just really fun and easy, and I didn't think it would be that easy, and it really was. It was awesome. Um, I did not experience the problems I experienced were more like me, like I really didn't know what lesson I wanted to do with it, where did I want to go with it. So it was the problems I really experienced were more like what kind of questions do I want to ask, and how do I phrase it into a question. Eventually, I stopped phrasing it into a question because um, my students that I'll be working with are special ed students, so I wanted to make this the least complicated I could for these kids, because I work with them currently and I know how most of them think. And so I think anything like that would be a little above them. So I kind of didn't really phrase it into a question answer sort of thing. Like I gave them kind of like what I was looking for, and then they would have the answer kind of thing. But it was fine. Um, I think I could still use PowerPoint games and stuff to kind of help the kids learn more in a fun way, just like after a week of doing something, or I know that learning letters and letter sounds, there's actually, they learn so many, and then there's a review week. And so I think on that review week, I would take all the ones that we had learned and like put them down in like a kind of a learning PowerPoint kind of thing to make sure the kids, have see what they've learned, see what they remember, and stuff like that. I think that would be fun for the kids. So I really like this week. It was so super easy to do the interactive gaming, and I can't wait to use it in my classroom. Um, it has been a good semester. See you guys later.